you probably know, this is the second time that I've come to Minnesota for this purpose. I was here early on in my tenure as ambassador to Laos, which began in 2007. I came here in early 2008. I'm now finishing up my 3-year assignment there, and I thought it would be appropriate for me to come back and talk to the Hmong American community about my perceptions, and also to hear from them about their concerns and how they think the United States should position itself in terms of our relationship with Laos. In a few minutes, I'm going to deliver some remarks and take some questions and answers from the floor. I'm going to address a number of issues, including the state of U.S.-Lao relations, some of the developments that are taking place in that relationship, and also address a very important question that Senator Franken just raised, which is the welfare and the conditions of life facing the returnees who were sent back in December 2009 involuntarily. And of that group, those who are identified as persons of concern by the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, 158 individuals who are distinct from an international law standpoint from the larger group, because they did have the opportunity to make a case as to why they should be considered refugees, people fleeing persecution. So we'll talk about that. But rather than rehash the speech, which I'm sure some of you, I hope, will stay for, I'd rather take some questions from the floor.
And before we take questions, I just wanted to properly, when I said I want to thank me and Cy for being here, I'm, of course, talking about State Senator Mimua and Representative Cy Tao.
All right.
Or me and Cy.
Please, could you introduce yourself too?
Sure. My name is Fong Lee, and I'm an attorney. I'm also with the Hmong TV here, and I want to know what the situation about the villages that the people are being resettled to. Is that temporary, or is that going to be a permanent settlement? Mm-hmm. Have people been moved out? Is this going to be a home for the people there?
Okay. To clarify, there are 2 resettlement villages. There is a village called Palak in Kasi district, which was set up, I don't remember exactly what year, but I believe it was about 2007, because there were people who voluntarily returned from the camp in Thailand, Nam Khao, and were resettled there. That village, I think, is clearly a permanent village. The intention is to be permanent. They put in infrastructure, including irrigation systems, so people have access to irrigated rice, which, of course, as you know, is very important in Laos to any family's well-being, to be able to produce rice for themselves and for market and so forth. The Pongkam village is also intended to be a permanent resettlement village. It's much larger than the Palak village. There's 601 by my last count. I've been able to visit once. Other people from my embassy have visited as well. But the intention is clearly to make it a permanent village. And the Lao government has put in some basic infrastructure, including the road access. They built the houses. They put in running water. They put in now electricity. They have cell phone coverage. What they don't have yet, they don't have schools. They don't have adequate healthcare facilities. There was an existing village there of several hundred people. 3,457 have now joined that group. So the requirements for infrastructure are much greater than existed there before. I think that it's very important for the United States to consider how we can help people that have been resettled there to resume normal lives, to generate income for themselves and for their families, and to be able to enjoy a life like anyone else in Laos. But they're going to need assistance because they didn't have anything before they were sent back, and certainly came back with nothing but their immediate possession.